Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I want to tell you guys about my teen parent story and how I found out that I was pregnant and how I told my parents and then how my pregnancy went. So I have a list here of how I'm going to be going about my videos. If you see me looking down, I just have wrote down what I'm going to be talking about. It just helps me stay a little bit in focus. So today we're going to start with how I found out that I was pregnant. So I would say that I was kind of suspicious that I was pregnant maybe like 2 weeks before I found out, because I had been throwing up every morning only, and that's crazy to me. But this was when COVID first started, so I didn't know if maybe there was just some weird side effects going on. Maybe I had COVID, who knows. But about a week after I started getting sick, I finally told my mom, and I knew that I had been doing things that could get me pregnant. So I was kind of suspicious that maybe I would be, but I really didn't think it was going to happen. I was on birth control. We used protection. But I just wanted everyone to know that even if you do use protection, or even if you are on birth control, it can still happen. There is no way you can avoid that, really, other than if you're just abstinent and you don't do it. So I knew there was a chance that I could be pregnant, but I really didn't think that was going to happen to me. So I told my mom that I thought I had the stomach bug. And at the time, I really did think that. I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. I just have a stomach bug. I'm fine. So I ended up telling my mom that I think I have the stomach bug. She takes off work to take me to the doctor because she suspects that I'm pregnant, and she didn't want my dad going because my dad would have gotten very upset, and she just didn't want him to be the one that finds out with me if that was the case. So she asked me on the way to the doctor's office, she said, "Hannah, is there any way that you're pregnant? Do you think you're pregnant?" And I was like, "No, I don't," because I didn't. So we end up going to the doctor, and we go in, and I tell my doctor my symptoms. I tell her that I was burning up abnormally at random times of the day. I was getting dizzy. I was puking in the morning. And the first thing the doctor did, my mom had went the week prior to get COVID tested. She didn't have it, thankfully, but this was when COVID first started, so I didn't know the symptoms of that. So they ended up giving me a cup, and they told me to go pee in that cup. And at this point, I'm like, oh no, something's happening. They think I'm pregnant or something. And then I ended up seeing a pregnancy test laying out in the lab, and I was like, oh no. So I give them my sample, and they ended up taking it in there. So I go and sit with my mom, and then the doctor, who is one of my mom's friends, comes in and sits down. She looks at me and my mom both in the eye and says, "I'm so sorry, but you're pregnant." This was beyond shocking to me. I just remember my mom going to hysterics, just crying. She walks out. She says she needs to go take a break to catch her breath, and I understand that completely because I needed to take a breath too. I was a nervous wreck. I started crying. I started panicking because not only did my mom just find out that her 15-year-old child was pregnant, I have to go home and tell my father. So I was really nervous. I was like, how am I supposed to tell my dad that I'm pregnant? This is what my parents have been trying to avoid for so long, because my mom and dad were 17 and 19 when they had my brother. So they knew exactly how being a teen parent went. They knew all the struggles they had to go through, and they really wanted better for me. They wanted to see me make a life before I had kids. And I know I'm doing a lot of hand motions, but that's just how I talk, I guess. So I apologize for that. But basically, the doctor sat me down and she said, "You're going to have to tell your boyfriend, and I would recommend you probably do it now." And I knew that I wouldn't be seeing him again till the weekend anyways. So I took out my phone and I called my boyfriend and I told him that I was pregnant. I'm a very joking person. I kid a lot. So he thought that I was kidding because I was crying so hard. He thought I was laughing. He starts laughing and I was like, "No, I'm serious. I'm pregnant." And my mom takes my phone. She's mad. She's upset. She was just really disappointed. And she's like, "No, Jacob, she's serious. She's actually pregnant." So Jacob gets nervous. He's like, "I have to tell my mom too." So me and my mom were on the way home. I begged her to not make me tell my dad that day. I was like, "Can we just wait till I'm ready?" And she was like, "No, he's gonna find out one way or another. You're gonna grow a belly soon, and he's gonna find out. So we might as well just go ahead and tell him." So I ended up going home. My mom told me to wait in the car for a minute and she'd go tell him for me. And she went inside and told my dad that I was pregnant. When I went inside, we had a talk. They were disappointed, but they loved me just the same. And give me a second, my baby's anyways. My baby was hungry, so I had to get him his bottle. But when my dad found out I was pregnant, he was pretty upset. I think both my parents were, but they loved me just the same. After they found out, though, I ended up going to the doctor for the first time for my first pregnancy visit, and I found out that he had a very low heartbeat, which was the hardest moment of my life. They thought I was going to miscarry. Hey! He's a little fussy where he just woke up from his nap, but basically, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find out where I was. I think I was at my first pregnancy appointment when I found out that he had a low heartbeat. But my mom ended up finding a Doppler from her work friend's daughter who had a baby. And I got to use it, and his heartbeat was fine. We went back to the doctor 2 weeks later, and we found out that he was so healthy. His heartbeat was 170 to 180, and he was a perfect little baby, to say the least. And I was so happy. I was very happy because my baby was okay, and the rest of my pregnancy went pretty smooth. Other than the end where I had high blood pressure, I ended up having to get induced at 39 weeks exactly, and ended up having him. But that's how I found out I was a teen mom, how my parents found out, and how my pregnancy went. And I just wanted to give you guys a little update on how my life is going now. So after I had the baby, the first few weeks were so hard. I was just adjusting to being a mom. I had bad postpartum anxiety. I had to be put on anxiety medicine, and I think it was just due to the lack of sleep, all the stress it was putting on me. And I just wanted everyone to know the first few weeks are always hard, whether you're a teen parent or a parent as an adult. It's always hard. You never know what you're doing. You're never going to have a baby and know exactly what that baby needs. Every baby's different. You have to learn your baby and what their cries signal and what this means and what that means. And it is a learning experience. I'm still learning new things to this day. He is 2 months old, almost 3 months old in a couple weeks. And I am still just learning new things about him. And learning how he is and what he needs for him. And it is hard, but it is so worth it. And I'm starting nursing school in the fall. I'm still going to go to college. I want to become a midwife, and that is because I had a midwife and she helped me out so much when I was pregnant, and I just want to do the same thing for other women. And I just wanted to make this video to hopefully reach other teen parents and just let you guys know that even though, yes, you're going to have to work harder for things, yes, you're going to have a tough time maybe, but it is so worth it, and it gets so much easier. And once you get adjusted to being a parent, then it's just amazing. Your life is perfect. With him, my life is amazing. Me and his dad are doing amazing. I also think I might add that into the video, that relationships are a lot different once you have a baby. You have to adjust to it not just being you two, but a baby as well. And you have to adjust to catering for that baby's needs instead of catering for what you want. And there's a lot of times that you have to give up what you want for your baby. Maybe you want extra sleep, but the baby wants to wake up. Yeah, you're gonna have to take care of that baby because that's your baby. And I truly believe in that. I think that if you have a baby, you should take care of it. And I think if you get pregnant, you should take care of the baby. And to me, that's how I will always feel. This is my baby. I'm going to take care of him. I'm not going to put him off on other people. That will never happen because I want to be the best mom that I can be for my baby. But I'm so, so, so happy with him. And I'm so happy with his father. We're pretty much a perfect little family right now, even though perfect is so not even reachable. Nobody's perfect, but my family is just doing really good right now. And it took a while to get to this point. The first few weeks that the baby was here, we were just getting used to it, and I think that caused us to distance a little bit from each other. But once we got our groove into everything, did you too? But once we got our groove in parent life, everything just fell into place. And now we're talking about moving in together once I turn 18, and we're talking about how we can be together more often. And life's pretty exciting for this family. But yeah, I think that as a teen parent especially, you get a lot of judgment, and a lot of people tell you can't do this, you can't do that. But I just want to let everyone know that even if you are a teen parent, you can still do everything that you could have done before. It's going to take a lot more effort, but it can be doable. It is doable. Nothing is impossible, even when you are a teen parent. And I don't think people that see this really, especially if you don't have a baby as a teenager, will really understand what I'm saying. They'll probably think, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She can still do everything. It can't be that hard, but it really is that hard. But it's so worth it. And that's just basically what I wanted to make a video about. I just want to reach some people, and I just want to grow this little YouTube family. Grow with Gray, because my baby's name is Grayson. And I just want to make more videos maybe about him, and just maybe how my labor and delivery story went, which that would be a very long story. If you want to know about that, then you can let me know. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about my pregnancy or anything like that, you can let me know on Instagram. I will make another Instagram for this YouTube account called Grow with Gray, and I will link it in the description box below, and I will link my Instagram in the description box below. But that is all I have for today. If you want to see more videos, comment and let me know, or like this video. So that is my teen pregnancy story. Thank you guys for watching. Him's asleep now. Bye.